Have you ever noticed how earning more money doesn't always make life feel easier? In fact, for a lot of people, things start to feel tighter right after a raise. Not because they're irresponsible, but because modern money habits are designed to feel normal while quietly delaying financial freedom. Let's talk about how that actually happens. Imagine a fairly typical situation in the US or Europe. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You have a stable job. Your gross salary sounds good on paper, but after taxes, things look different. Let's say you earn the equivalent of $60,000 a year. After tax, maybe $3,700 a month lands in your account. Nothing extreme, nothing luxurious, just normal. Now the normal expenses begin. Rent or a mortgage takes $1,300 to $1,600. A car payment or lease takes $350. Insurance, fuel, maintenance, add another $200. Student loans or education debt, maybe $250. Credit card payments from past manageable purchases, $200 before groceries, utilities, or saving anything. You're already past $2,500, and none of this feels irresponsible. This is where modern money gets confusing, because every decision felt reasonable at the time. The apartment wasn't extravagant, it was just decent. The car wasn't luxury, it was reliable. The credit card wasn't reckless, it was for flexibility. Individually, nothing looks like a mistake, but together, they create something most people never notice. A system where most of your future income is already spoken for. Here's the hidden issue. The problem isn't spending too much. It's locking fixed costs to your lifestyle too early. Let's look at one example. That $350 monthly car payment doesn't sound dramatic, but over 5 years, that's $21,000. Add interest, insurance, and depreciation, and the real cost is much higher. Not emotionally, mathematically. That money doesn't just disappear, it loses the chance to grow, to reduce stress, or to give options later. And this pattern repeats everywhere. Rent rises with every upgrade. Subscriptions quietly multiply. Credit cards turn yesterday's wants into today's obligations. The trap isn't debt itself. It's debt that feels invisible because everyone has it. Psychologically, this happens for a simple reason. Humans don't evaluate money in totals. We evaluate it in monthly comfort. If the payment fits, we stop thinking. Modern finance is built around this. Banks don't ask, will this limit your future freedom? They ask, can you afford the monthly payment? And as long as the answer is yes, the system keeps offering more. What makes this dangerous is that nothing feels urgent. You're not broke, you're not failing, you're just stuck in place. Year after year, income flows in and flows out at nearly the same speed. If this pattern continues long term, the impact is subtle but serious. You stay dependent on income. Job changes feel risky. Burnout becomes expensive. Time becomes more valuable than money, but you have neither in excess. Financial stress doesn't come from poverty here. It comes from lack of flexibility. Now here's the important shift. Financially intelligent people don't think in terms of, can I afford this? They think in terms of, what does this commit my future self to? They're less impressed by upgrades and more sensitive to obligations. Not because they're disciplined superheroes, but because they understand trade-offs. They treat fixed costs carefully. They delay lifestyle expansion longer than feels socially comfortable. They protect cash flow the way others protect status. This doesn't mean living cheaply forever. It means understanding that freedom is built quietly, not upgraded publicly. The difference isn't income, it's awareness. Once you see how normal habits quietly delay freedom, you can't unsee it. And that awareness alone changes how you make decisions, without guilt, without fear, without extreme rules. If this way of thinking helps you see money more clearly, consider subscribing to the channel. It's not for motivation, but for perspective.